Hey everybody, Rodman here. Thanks for tuning in to the Philosopher King, a RimWorld royalty series of benevolence. Here's a little recap of the rules and goals we have for our little community, and a reminder that this is a choose your own adventure series, which means you all get to vote on the priorities of our community, and a little reminder that people that make comments in the YouTube series, if your comment is a project that isn't one of the top priorities here, it's not something I can work on. So I've been getting a lot of comments from you all about building or designing, but of course, I think you forget I do have a priority, and the priority is working on the voted goals. So picking up where we left off, we have a power outage or shortage because of the eclipse. We've got a crazed enemy here that is going to need to be put down. So he doesn't hurt other people. What I'm going to do is rally my own guys to go deal with him immediately. And then I want to rescue the rest of the guys that are knocked out and try to treat them well. So Faustopia, Chris, and Zero are going to deal with Mr. Arentites, or whatever his name is, and try to knock him out from his berserk. You are okay. Bleeding out pretty fast, but... Okay, so he's downed. Dead in 6 hours. We can rescue. Chris, rescue Makos. And Faustopia, rescue Asos. Shay, rescue whatever their name is. At this point, animals. We can get you to haul and graze. So let's set that up. Okay. So things I wanted to do. One is we don't have a dignified throne room anymore. So I am going to design the guest bedroom temporarily to work as a dignified throne room. But that also means I have to research harpsichord. And if I want a harpsichord, it means I need a fueled smithy. So we'll get all those things. Alright. Taking a look at their health. We need to patch them up very quickly. Some of them bleeding out almost immediately. Mathis, where are you? Yes, you're already tending to make us good. Talon, you also are bleeding out. Bubbaloo, go tend to Talon. Shay, I know you want to sleep, but I'm going to need you to cook some more meals for us, because our guests are going to be starving. So many people need treatment now. I'm hoping to help as fast as I can. So you might have noticed that Olga is now Ervanath. Ervanath is a patron of mine that won the raffle. Additionally, I got two suggestions. One is for Ervanath to get a shield belt to allow for turrets and rescues mid-combat. And then Michael mentioned one way to do priorities here is to just copy and paste priorities like this. And that way I don't have to do so much clicking. I'll remember that for the future. So to try to keep infections down, it's going to be very important. Nope, sorry, Bubbaloo. It's going to be very, very important to tend to these guys as fast as I can. And then clean up the bedroom, or the hospital thing as much as I can. So it's close to sterile. So it's only slightly dirty now. And Asos has a infection in the left foot, so I'm going to start administering meds. but I'd just preferably not have to do too much of that. Alright, 0, flick this on. Because, of course, I don't have infinite medication for them. Alright. Bubbaloo, keep tending. Mathis is going to go catatonic himself if I don't give him a little bit of breathing room. Alright, the power outage is bad. I'm trying to turn things off that are unnecessary. And I do believe that these are the last wounds that need treatment. Alright, everybody's been treated. Now it's just about food and hunger. I'll do what I can to try to keep that sort of locked down. Alright, so 0's setting up the Grand Throne. We've got a whole lot of these guests wandering about. We're hauling in the mechs from up top. A lot of them are leaving their psychotic state, which is great. Let's see. Yep. People are starting to heal up. Mental breaks are subsiding. Not as fast as I'd want, but a little bit helps. Chris, I need you to build that. I need to turn off the ground penetrating radar as long as this eclipse is on. Oh, the eclipse just ended, but still, I want to turn off that ground penetrating radar. So it's drawing a little bit too much power until the batteries refill. Alright, so these guys are no longer my colonists, and as you can see, they seem to be leaving. Bubbaloo, once you're up, upgrade your psychic amp. I'm going to transition from sniper rifles back to assault rifles. Bubbaloo can now be invisible. That's very cool. Evernath is healing up from that social fight. We have almost all the mechs hauled in. Now, oh, here we go. Chasing Olga. Hundreds of Crappybara. Oh, crap. So I've had to deal with this before. So here's the deal. My guests are going to want to leave because they're not going to acknowledge the fact that I have a massive amount of animals as a problem. A massive amount of manhunted animals as a problem. So I need to wall up the base and all the theoretical exits as fast as I can because otherwise my guests are going to get themselves killed and I don't want them killed. So I'm having my pets drop what they're doing. And then another thing I'm going to do, it's possible that the ones that are currently leaving will make it out because they'll get ahead of the Crappybara, but call this emergency wood 1, copy that, copy the settings. So the idea here is I'm not exactly sure what happens, and I don't want to find out if you completely wall them off, but what I want to do is build walls to keep my guests here and safe. So I am forbidding the external walls. Because there's no way I'm going to kill 200 Crappybara. Like, even with a Doomsday launcher, it's just not going to happen. It is far more risk than is necessary to take. 0, clear prioritized work, and start working on these. Okay. So the best thing to do is to just wait the Crappybara out until they leave. So we've got a bunch of our guests currently heading south to leave my colony. As I said, I might not be able to stop them, but I can stop any of the other ones that are currently not already heading out from leaving. I just hope that the Crappybara aren't. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried for them. I'll put it that way. There's not a whole lot I can do against hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of Crappybara. Alright, I think what I might need to do, Philosopher, stop what you're doing, is wall the south. Mathis, stop what you're doing. 0, stop what you're doing. To stop the other guests that are trying to get out right now from getting out. Talon, stop what you're doing. He might make it out. Nope, he's not going to make it out. He's going to die. Alright, 8 hours. Nope, I think that was self-inflicted. I don't know if there's a situation where I can save him at this point. He committed suicide. Alright, so Talon, you're building that wall. 0, you better build this one quick. The east side. Alright, Philosopher, you're gonna have to wake up, build this. And Mathis, stop what you're doing, build that, and then haul this meal. So as you can see, they're heading towards... Shay, I need you to haul some wood. Chris, haul some wood. They're heading towards the unbuilt walls here. The Crappybara are. So there's a small possibility of actually being able to help Arifos, or whatever his name is. So I'm going to try to rescue him. It's a really daring procedure, but I'm up for it. But it requires there to be wood stockpiled south so that I can quickly escape. Now, are all of my corners walled off? Okay. Mathis, I need you standing here. So what I want to do is I want to offer up the north, because, yeah, these guys are going to dig their way out. That's not good. So, Mathis, destroy this. I want to tell... basically, the guys wondering that north is a valid out. Nope, I didn't mean to fully construct that. Alright, I'll just leave it like that. Mathis, you stand right there. So now, that this door... Oh, cold snap. Yikes. Now that that door is fully accessible, as you can see, using their ESP, the Crappybara kind of know it and rallied around it. All right, so Bubbaloo, you are going to be restricted to Area 1. Talon, you are going to deconstruct this wall. Bubbaloo, you are going to rescue. And then as soon as you get Airfos back, I'm going to wall it back up. So these guys are heading out south, as you can see, because it's the valid exit now. All right, Talon, you're up. Build that wall back. All right, and now these guys are going to go north, because north is now the valid exit. And when they get close to the north gate, I'm going to build the north wall and then switch it south again. Basically, keep flip-flopping it so that no one can actually leave and I don't end up with any dead guests. That's the hope. All right, so stuff's starting to die from the cold snap. Bubbaloo, you are now restricted to home. Let's rescue whatever his name is. So the piles of wood here is so that I can rebuild the walls quickly. So I'm going to restrict everybody to home zone. And now I just have to wait for all of these crazy Crappybara to just lose consciousness. Just because there's no way to fight them. Harpsichord? No, I don't have harpsichord tech yet. I'm about to. Like 3 more research and I have it. So as you can see, Mako's here. He's getting close to the north wall, which means I need to build this north wall. Bubbaloo, you do it. And that means I need to then break down this south wall. Chris, I'm gonna wake you up and do that, so that my guests don't see fit to, as you can see right now, digging a granite wall. They're going to literally sap their way out of my base if I don't offer them up a valid path. So now they have a valid path. Another way to do this would be to have some sort of crazy maze. So who's... Okay. God, this is stressful. Because they're walking slowly, I can keep bouncing them back and forth, but it's a lot of work. Our harpsichord's done. Vitals monitor for that hospital. Alright, exotic goods trader is coming in from Averbum. Rip to you guys. There's no surviving this. All right, forget the maze. I don't think that's worth my my time. Talon, or actually Poppy, could you construct theoretically? Yeah, theoretically you could construct. You think that leaving the base is good? Let's see. I am going to temporarily trim off the corners of my my home zone so that nobody's trying to leave the base for any reason. And I'll have to just remember to put this back because Poppy just wanted to clean up out there, which is a very fatal decision. Shay. Everybody can construct right now. Yeah, everybody can construct. All right, Shay, deconstruct this, please. I'm gonna forbid these doors. It's a bad time to botch, Pop. Okay, so now north is the valid out. Oh, this is such a pain. This is such a damn pain. North is the valid out. All my doors are forbidden. And they're gonna slowly wander northbound. Okay, harpsichord. get one of those up. 0. When you're, you know, alive and well and awake. Averbum, how many corpses? 10. So here's the issue. They're dead. They're just dead. There's not really much I could do about that. I'm glad I built the walls, because as you can see, Bishop here is going to collapse within the walls of my base. Alright, it's time for another flop. Alright, flip-flopped. Done. And now they meander south. Well, I got a free ambrosia through a wall. The chances of me helping Squint are 0. Sorry, Averbum. Oh, man. Well, they killed some, I guess. But the caravan animals are leaving. And Smith, the chances of helping you are absolutely 0 as well. That's too bad, because I really, honestly, could have used the services of those traders. I wish I could compel these guests to stick around a little longer. It's like, I'll feed you happily. I just don't. I can't have you leaving right now. All right, we're gonna have to flip-flop again. This is just one nightmare of an episode. All right, Mathis, deconstruct, and Yan Shui is constructing. Perfect. Or no, you weren't constructing. You were, but you are now. All right, north is the ballot out. You grabbed the beer diagonally. There's no path to it, but you did it anyway. Okay. Zone. There's actually a very small window that I might be able to help these guys. So, 0. Let's try. Because all of the... Yep. Blue. Go faster, faster, faster. Faster, faster. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please close, please close, please close, please close. Oh, alright, stand here, because you're probably going to have to repair some stuff. Actually, you know what? Don't even do that. Just start working on that wooden wall. Alright, so Squint has 2 hours, Smith has 1 hour, Mathis, go tend to Squint. How close are my guests to the north valid out? Now, some of these guys, you are going to be rescued. I don't know what happened to you. Hopefully they become so frostbitten that they collapse, and then they stop trying to get out. It's weird to hope that my guests become frostbitten and like collapse, but that's their best bet for long-term survival. All right, Asos is immune, albeit barely. Alright, Squint, you're getting healed. Smith, you're getting healed. So that leaves 8 corpses that I have to send either urns or statues to Averbum. I'm going to need to flip-flop the valid out really soon here. So 0, I'm going to have you construct this wall now. And Abernath, deconstruct that one. I'm barely keeping these guys alive with the medicine that I've been administering. It's been a nightmare. Been a true, honest nightmare. Everything about this episode is just hair-raising nightmare. Alright, they're digging at wooden wall. No, you're not. You are exiting south, please. Makos. Yep, there you are. Okay, so there's a valid path to the south. Smith and Squint, you're gonna survive. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, Dosheret is going to try to leave as well. This also is going to be a problem. Dosheret's also a bit more fleet of foot than the rest, because the injuries are a lot less severe. So, Smith. Bob, rescue Smith. Squint. Almost has no blood left in his body, but he'll survive. Alright, time for another flip-flop. I got both of them. I'm really, really, really surprised. Alright, that's getting to Talon. I know you're hungry, but we need you. Alright, Yanshui, deconstruct, and then haul. The thing is, unless there's snow or rain soon, there's just not going to be corpses. They're going to burn up, and there's very little I could do about that. Okay, north is valid exit. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think the risk of me removing the wall and hauling the bodies is way too risky. So, unlike the living guys that I had to rescue, the corpses I'm just gonna let go, because there's not a situation where I think that works out in my favor. Oh yeah, make yourself at home in the steel royal bed. Sure. Disease. Squint got a disease. Let's give you real meds now. And Mathis is going to tend to you. Is this Manhunter? Okay, no, just acting like a Manhunter. Okay, could you guys, like, collapse or whatever? Malnutrition and hypothermia should set in soonish, but it's not setting in soon enough. Some of these Crappybara are setting themselves on fire, which is great. Alright, Makos is getting a little close to the north wall. Who's in Chris? Sorry to make it you, but you are in position to do something about that. Now, the problem is, that my guests are splitting up. So I'm going to actually change the valid out to the southeast corner, because that's a little bit further from Atribus and Dosheret. Alright, don't dig in my granite wall. Okay, there's the valid out. Alright, I hope that they collapse from malnutrition or whatever, because I can't have them exiting. And as you can see, the Crappybara already know that that's the valid in. And yes, this episode is damn stressful. Understandably so, I think. Wish I could just shuttle them home, but that's not how this works. Alright, so we cremated one body. I'm just going to have to keep a running tally. Basically, 8 is going to be required from Avramum. As far as I know, I haven't let anyone else die. So that's my running total. Please, please. Okay, hard snow is going to stop the fires, which keep the bodies intact. And then the snow is also going to slow down the people who want out of the base. So, Chris, you seem to be the only ones awake right now. I need you to build this door. But you don't have a lot of time, so get moving. I might do northwest corner and southeast corner. Copy settings. Let's see, because that's a little bit further run. Paste settings, and then also there's more doors here, so there's a bit of an airlock. Emergency with 4. Emergency with 3. Chris, get a move on. And that extra airlock prevents, like, the insta-death scenario. Alright, so collapse due to exhaustion. Perfect. Bubbaloo, go get... Oh, you can't even rescue them? Okay, well, at least they're not trying to get out. Okay. That is no longer the valid out. But this will be. It just needs to be broken down. Bubbaloo, get that broken now. And then Chris, haul the wood. And I'm going to remove the north-south wood piles now. Smith has a disease infection. Don't like that. So we're going to give you meds as well. Alright, King Bob just broke the, or Baron Bob just broke the wall, so it is now the valid out, and these guys won't bash my walls down. Talon. I'm going to have you haul wood to the emergency wood 4 pile. Okay, so now there's a good amount of wood in both corners here. Another thing I'm going to do is a torch lamp on either corner, and then roofing it up. Torch lamp allows us to have a little bit of light. Oh, damn it. A little bit of light, which increases the manipulation speed for building walls. And then roofing it off so that there isn't snow. Now, as you can see, these guys are collapsing due to exhaustion. I have to keep an eye on their malnutrition because at some point they're going to need to be rescued because they will collapse and starve. And then so goes the cycle again of nonsense. Alright, there's another one collapsed. Now, if only all the manhunters could collapse. Let me actually take a look at them. So some of these capybaras, you can see, have stopped manhunting because they're exhausted or whatever. So we're getting to a point where I will be able to release these guys. We're just not quite there yet. Dosh is getting close. So, Fustopia, let's break this and build it. Can't let you out, Dosh. I'm very sorry. Trust me, if this is for your own good. Are you bashing my... Damn it. Who's clinking the walls? Are you... I hear someone hitting walls somewhere. Okay, well that's a valid out down there, so stop trying to burrow out. Alright, Makos needs rescue, so I'm gonna rescue. And then, of course, because this is... oh, it's unroofed. Well, eventually it won't be unroofed and indoors. Or outdoors. 0. You just made the harpsichord. Where is it? I don't know. Where'd you put the harpsichord, buddy? You just made one. I saw you make it. Oh, it's right. Here it is. All right, harpsichord, excellent. Perfect. Put that in the throne room. The makeshift throne room. Let's check up on our prisoners. Can tend now. Bubbloo, go tend. Well, at least you're dropping in the middle of my base. So yeah, we're feeding them, making sure they don't starve. Taking a look at the wildlife. Yeah, about half of the capybara or so have stopped their manhunting, and they'll soon leave the tile. Poppy, go deconstruct. For clear snow, don't even worry about it. Alright, Dosh is getting close to the southeast wall. And we are going to need a constructor. Ervanath, you're going to go make that. I think? Where did you go? No, alright. Yan Shui, sprint down there. We've got to get ahead of them. Alright, so we have a harpsichord. Please, please. Yeah, I think we're making it in time. Ervanath, you're an idiot. No offense. Ervanath went for a stockpile of wood way up here or something to then bring it down there. Very bad AI pathfinding, task finding. I guess I could have microed it a little bit better, but like still freaked me out a little bit. Freaked me out just a little bit. Alright, well, the valid path is now swapped. So these guys are on the long march. You are still not unconscious. Okay, well, I'll leave you be. Yep, as long as they're conscious, I can't really help them. Okay, so Dosh. Wildlife. There is only a handful of them left that are manhunted, so we'll just have to wait for the remainder of them to... I could also, you know, use guns and shoot the remainder. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's probably the ones that are, no, it's not even the ones that are headed to my walls. Man, this is taking a mountain of human effort. Okay. Break this down. Unforbid this. No. I'm taking matters in my own hands. Advanced starvation. And it has caused you to go berserk. Well, it should be pretty easy to put you down. Especially given that you don't have a weapon. Alright, so not manhunted anymore. Let's do a double check for manhunted animals. We're good. We're good. We don't have any manhunted animals anymore. So that means I can start removing the barrier walls, the barrier corners. Right, let me double check. Triple check. Yep, we're good. Alright, let's rescue. I apologize for, you know, the shots or whatever. Alright, remove roof. Whew. Well, that nightmare was over. Is over. And now these guys can actually leave. Dosh and the rest of them. I still have to take care of some of these guys because they're not well. Oops, sorry, Tal. And winter has begun. Well, Aeronath, I don't know what you did to piss off that many Crappybara, but my goodness. Did we heal up the dude that went berserk? Yeah, we did. Okay. Wanderer joins, named Downs. Okay. Peg leg left? No, peg leg right. Peg leg right with meds. Alright, Downs. You are an escapee who's a slave who ran away. You are a cannibal, and you're actually going to get banished. Yep. We are a benevolent society, and there's no room for cannibals. Now, I appreciate you escaping your slavery, but if you like to eat people, you don't have a place here. I think that's a pretty fair assessment about his predilections towards diet. Whew. All right, so the rest of these guys, we are going to need to cremate, and that will be 5 urns and 3 statues donated to the Evermum. Let's see if there's any other sort of simple surgeries. Nope, no other simple surgeries required here. Are you... Yep, you need rescue. Man, the amount of effort it took to keep those clowns safe is absurd. Alright, so let's get the crematorium back online. 0. You are going to be constructing the Grand Throne. It is a mite bit cold in here. It doesn't matter. Animals. We can have you haul again. We no longer required you safe out. You can leave. And whew, that was hair-raising of an episode. Let's uninstall the throne, the old throne. And remove this floor. And assign the new throne. It is now a dignified throne room, which means that I can have a throne speech if I want. I'm not going to take up people's time right now, because there's still guests to treat, wounds to tend, food that needs to be fed, and the like. Cold snap is over, which is good. Some of this snow is going to melt away. But that's all the time I have for this crazy episode, guys. So, if you are a patron of mine, go ahead and drop some ideas about things, poll items for a future poll. If you're not a patron of mine but would like to become one, rodamont.com/Patreon. It's as simple as that. Starts at $1 a month. If you haven't already join Discord. We can always discuss things in person. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, do drop me a line in the comments below. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you all next episode. Adios.